Hello.
Hello, loves.
It is Leona.
And it's Marty.
And we are
Your
metal
aunties.
Woo!
It's been too long.
Yeah, I for some reason was just thinking, has it really been since the part 2 of Take Me Back to Eden? But then I remembered we had our upheaval episode. So I was really deeply concerned that it's been like really, really long.
Yeah, but even that upheaval episode, that bitch was literally thrown together. It wasn't... Yes, I'm throwing us underneath the bus. I'm sorry. I love you, but that bitch was thrown together. Like, the Take Me Back to Eden episode... Both of them. Yes, we had everything planned out. Granted, we didn't plan the 2-part episode, but it still worked.
Oh, yeah. We were thorough.
Yeah. And any episode before that, minus Black Sabbath. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, our upheaval one, we kind of just like... We had like our little notes and we said, I think this is enough. I think we got it.
Well, the issue is that if you know us at like any personal capacity, you know that both of us love to just ramble about upheaval in general. So I think that our thought process was like, we're gonna just talk about our memories and what we remembered about upheaval. Instead, we just like rambled about like what we liked or didn't like.
Yeah.
At least for me, that's what I did.
No, yeah. And also, to add on to if you know us personally, talking about anything in general, we jump from topic to topic, and we will eventually get back on topic, but then we'll also jump right back off.
Yeah. So sorry.
But
so sorry.
Good news for you guys today. We have a very well planned, coordinated episode.
Borderline scripted.
Yeah.
And this episode I think is super, super fun, and I've been so super excited to do this. It's pretty different from what we've done so far, so I think that's the reason why I'm so excited for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to preface this by saying that it's really just one big episode of who wore it better and who pulled off the personality better. And I just think that it's really, really funny. So
for sure. But I think before we get into the episode, do some little updates.
Oh yeah.
Kind of what we've done recently, what's been in the news.
Been a very crazy week for like metal or rock in general in the news, I feel like.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's been a lot that has happened recently, even just like over the summer period.
It's been a really crazy summer, I feel like.
Oh, 100%. But first off, I want to talk about our Sunday night. We saw Of Virtue again.
We love those guys.
We saw our boys, our besties. And we finally got to meet them.
So sweet.
Literally the most sweetest human beings on earth.
Yeah, they were really awesome. That was at the Sanctuary, and they were touring with, I believe they're a Swedish band.
Yeah.
Dead by April? We both said question mark. They were really, really good. I don't know if it's just their older stuff. I didn't look at like the dates on any of the music, but some of their stuff reminded me of like a weird blend between like Linkin Park, pure, like just a very like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Metal, like going from hard rock into like metalcore.
Yeah.
Of like the 2010s. That's kind of what their stuff reminded me of.
Mm-hmm.
But they were incredible.
I do have to say, and I mean, I feel like with bands that kind of tour together, like obviously they're going to be like the same genre,
Right.
but I really, really liked the pairing of Virtue and Dead by April.
Oh my god, yeah, no, they flowed like really well together.
Yeah, and because like I feel like I don't know why, maybe because she's all over my TikTok For You page, but the Olivia Rodrigo concert is what's in my head, and she toured with Chapel Rowan, and
What
this
a
was
perfect
before she had
combo.
blew up, and like they too also were paired well together, but like their music styles are very different. Like, you know, Chapel Rowan, she's she has like more upbeat music,
Right.
where the Guts tour, like she's more slowed down. So the flow,
And like I want to say angstier, and it's not because Chapel isn't angstier.
yeah,
I think it's just like a different, like
a different way of like expressing stuff.
yeah, I would say Olivia is like the modern world's Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. But I was gonna say like the flow with, because when I went to the Guts tour, you had Chapel Rowan open, and it was a life of the party, woohoo, and then Olivia, where it was like it's still like party vibes, but like now we're just like a little bit mellowed out,
Right.
but like not in a bad thing, obvi, because it was still a lot of fun. But I feel like with the Sunday with A Virtue and Dead by April, it's like you had the metal headbanging, kick your neighbor, throw a punch in the air, you know, very upbeat. The way that A Virtue does it, you have them,
Right.
and then it was the same flow going into Dead by April. They just kept the energy up.
Yeah, and I thought they were pretty heavy.
Uh-huh.
It's always interesting when it's a combo like that, and like specifically in this situation, because I would say, I mean, it's not a hometown show for A Virtue, but it's very close to a hometown show. So to have a band that's like relatively local to that area, and then a band completely out of country, excuse me, but they just like flow the same, is like also just like super unique, because they're not even from the same parts of the world, and they're still like whoop.
Right. Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. We loved them. Definitely a new favorite, Dead by April.
For sure.
So yeah, that was our Sunday night. Happy Sunday to us. Next that I have on my updates is that
Hate this.
if some of you have not seen, Linkin Park has gotten back together with a couple new band members. More noticeably, the new lead singer. I don't know her name because I
think
was
it's
more focused
Emily
on
Armstrong, I think.
Sounds right.
I think so.
And there's obviously many, many mixed feelings about it. Me being a newer Linkin Park listener, thanks to the boyfriend, I personally don't think she's bad. Auntie Leona.
It's not that I think that she's a bad vocalist. I feel like her vocal style is not fit to successfully perform their hits. And that is not to say that she needs to sound like Chester, because she doesn't. And that's not to say that she needs to be male, because she doesn't. I would be happy if listening to like her performance of Numb that she did, it is so forced. Her vocals are so forced that you can hear it like damn near cracking, and it's not nearly as intense as like the original delivery. And I feel like when you take a song like that and you strip away the intenseness, it loses all of its credibility. Not credibility, but it lacks the emotion.
Yeah.
That the original vocalist or whoever wrote that song intended that song to have.
Right.
So it's not that she needs to be Chester. I just need to fucking feel that she's
like in it.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but she just like wasn't, and everything sounded so forced.
Yeah. See, I felt the same way when Queen started going on tour with Adam Lambert. Girl, let me tell you, I was so pissed. Everybody was like head over heels for him. I'm like, he doesn't look anything like the other guys. He sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, he definitely, like, I don't think put an effort in to look like a part of the band.
But like, I think he I don't know how to word it well, but like, because at the time when Queen was with Freddie was all out there with the makeup, the costumes, when it wasn't normal.
Right.
And I feel like with Adam Lambert joining Queen again, he was trying to portray the same thing.
He was trying to embody Freddie.
Yeah, but like, is impossible. But like what you're saying with Linkin Park, he doesn't have the emotions. He doesn't have We're talking about Adam Lambert.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh. In comparison to.
Right. And he just doesn't have the right vocals to portray the songs.
Right.
So, like, I totally understand what you're getting at, but I do feel like the new Linkin Park do have potential.
Right, like if they were only performing new stuff. You know what I mean?
And I feel like if she were to be performing the old stuff, to do it in like her own style to where she's not physically straining her voice, where it seems forced. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I could see that.
To where it's not like we're gonna play the song as is in the same key, same note, same whatever, and make it seem forced. Please tell me, did you pause it?
I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm just reading ahead. I was reading ahead on our outline. This is gonna be a funny as fuck episode.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, made me giggle. But no, yeah, I agree. I just think that it's not, I mean, if it works for the direction that they want to go in the future, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't forget the fact that you are Linkin Park, and you guys made this whole career and this whole fan base off of your hits.
Right.
So, you don't have to appease to anybody. You know what I mean? It's your art, it's your music. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, understand you're going to lose fans, or fans are going to be upset that someone's half-assing Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And she's also a Scientologist. Gotta do it to him.
So lastly,
I feel like I need a cigarette after this news week.
For real.
Take us away, Maddie.
Well, I already forgot his last name because of what I have written on Google Doc.
Dave Grohl.
Oh, okay. Well, because I didn't feel like attempting to figure out how to spell that because I'm not the greatest speller in the world, I wrote David Grasshopper.
Which works. David Pusshopper.
Sorry, y'all.
David Asshopper. Oh,
he's
David.
he's been busy too.
He's been almost as busy as us.
He had an affair. Ooh, scandal. And a child.
Here's the thing. I want to know about the affair. Because all we know is that there's a child. Tell me your dirty little secrets in full.
Mm-hmm.
Or not at all.
Yeah. Come out with a 15-minute YouTube video of you sitting in front of your couch on the floor. Fake tears rolling down your face.
No, honey, I want a memoir. Titled 3 Nights in Paris. That's what I want, is a memoir.
Here's the thing, though, with the memoir, he's gonna get profit off of it.
I don't care. I don't care. You think TMZ doesn't get profit? I don't give a fuck. I'll buy it. I'll buy a hard copy too.
I'll read the Spark Notes. But yeah, I do want to know the tea about everything. Maybe in the future we'll get a memoir from her, from the child.
Oh,
because that's got to be traumatizing. Especially like, cause just think about it when she grows up. Her daddy is this famous celebrity, and when she has the concept of social media and the way that celebrities work, she's gonna be able to see that, like, oh, my father openly had an affair, said that he had an affair, said that he had me. And who knows what else is going to happen between now and then, you know?
Hold on, I'm just trying to Google Dave Grohl's kids to see if they're
I think he has at least 3. Because I saw a little TikTok video on it. So I think he has 3 and this would be his 4th. Unless, like, that was the kid. But I don't... Girl, I don't know. I just work here.
It's not listed.
His kids?
I mean, the 2 that he has, like the grown ones, those are listed, but not the rest.
Oh.
Interesting. But it's very much so interesting.
Yeah, hopefully some more tea on that will come out eventually. Because I would love to know the tea on that.
Same.
That would be very fun.
Until, or I guess I should say, while we wait for the tea on that, we have tea to share with you tonight.
Boy, do we.
Grab either like a hot cup of tea.
I want to make a joke.
Either get like a hot thing of tea, just straight up vodka on ice, and a pack of cigarettes because you're gonna need it. This is a doozy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take us away, Madison.
So, tonight's episode is about the legal class action of Slipknot versus Burger King.
Dun dun.
Who would have ever thought? So, this happened, I'm going to say, between 2004 and 2005. It was between, like, that little stretch of years. And Burger King had come out with the chicken fries at this point. And
we have to stop reading ahead.
we really do. And of course, you know, when restaurants, fast food chains, anything comes out with something new, you have to come out with a commercial. So, because this is early 2000s, new metal is becoming a thing. Burger King was like, let's do a new metal band. Let's create a new metal band for our chicken fries and make it this whole lore. So their band was named Cock Rock.
Burger King. Like, we thought Wendy's was wild now. Burger King in 2005 was going fucking crazy.
Yeah. And when I tell you, they literally had a whole lore on this, okay? You ready? They had a whole working website. They had 4 songs, right?
Yeah.
And they were going to go on tour. It was a whole lore. And I bet you if it wasn't for this lawsuit, it probably would have continued.
I would have paid so much money to see Cock Rock live.
Yeah. I hope that, like, if you did get to go see them, then, like, you got the chicken fries there.
Oh my god.
You know, you paid for a ticket to come see Cock Rock. Here's a little box of chicken fries. Enjoy.
With your gold-studded ranch cup.
Yeah. Oh, you want... And I bet you at that time they probably would have gotten free merch. I would be shocked if they didn't have free merch. Or just merch in general.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, like, honestly, when you're looking at the logo...
It goes hard.
Yeah. Like, I would support.
Yeah, I would wear that on a t-shirt.
100%. Burger King, if you're listening, bring back Cock Rock.
Yeah.
Please?
We don't, we're not going to defend Corey Taylor this time. Fuck, wait. Anyways, this doesn't have anything to do with Corey Taylor at all.
No. So, our lovely band of Cock Rock consists of Foul Mouth as the lead singer, Free Range as the bass, and this is where my wonderful reading abilities kick in.
Do you want me to say it?
Please?
The Talisman?
Okay.
Or is this supposed to be the Talesman?
I don't know. It's one of the two guys.
Could be a typo.
For the lead guitar, probably because I'm the one who typed up this little bit. We have Firebird for the fire-breathing subsonic. Wait, what? No, I'm just stupid, guys. I'm sorry.
Comma.
There is a comma there. Take a break. Firebird was just fire-breathing.
Which is, everyone knows that, like, if you're gonna have a band, easily, like, the most important is the fire breather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good band.
Subsonic is their drummer, and Kabuki is their rhythmic guitar.
Yeah, with the fucking names.
Now for... Oh, I lost it. There we go. For their 1, 2, 3, 4 songs that they had written, produced. They were called... Oh, and they were downloadable. Best part about
I would
that.
have so put that shit on an MP3.
100%. Be walking around the house, headphones in. Listening to Bob Your Head.
Listening to Nice
Box. One-Armed Bandit. Cross the Road.
Look at the Nice Box being a song by Cock Rock is making me laugh way fucking harder. That's why I've been laughing this entire time. It's because I read the Nice Box and I just can't even imagine.
So can you just imagine, okay? You are a little kid in elementary school, obsessed with Burger King. You're sitting there one summer afternoon, you're watching TV, and then you see that Burger King has come out with the new chicken fries. And it's a commercial of this new metal rock band, and you're like, oh, hell yeah. And it's there. You got chicken. You got, what else do we got?
You have stick chicken.
Oh, they're all chickens, I guess. You have many chickens. You got one with fucking spikes sticking out of its head. You got another one with fucking rubber shit sticking out of their head. Is that supposed to be, what are we supposed to be? Girl, I don't know. But like, you see that. You become immediately obsessed with the band. You go to school in the fall, okay? And
like, this is my new favorite band.
The whole summer you have been listening to Nice Box by Cock Rock. Your sweet little innocent mind. Oh, little Jeremy, what have you been doing all summer? Oh, I've been playing in my backyard, but listening to my new favorite band. Who's your new favorite band? Who did you discover over the summer, little Jeremy? Jeremy. You will never believe it. They're a wonderful band called Cock Rock.
In their hit song, Nice Box.
You should listen. Actually, you know what? They have YouTube videos, miss. They have YouTube videos, Miss Teacher.
Miss Teach.
Put that shit up on the green screen. Pull that shit up. I want the whole class to see my new favorite band. Because you know why? Burger King.
The video for Cross the Road is quite violent. It's like chickens crossing the road and just getting fucking nailed by cars and exploding into feathers.
That's actually kind of iconic.
Dare I say, yes, it is. Dare I say, it serves cunt.
Slay.
I just like, it's giving worse than Wendy's. Like, Wendy's Twitter could never do what this is doing.
No.
Even if they wanted to, they never could.
The best part about it too is the fact that this all happened back in like the early 2000s when like the interweb was just becoming a thing and social media and shit like that. So it's like Burger King for real literally got away with it, other than the lawsuit obviously. But like if somebody tried doing this shit now, oh my god,
right, and
the whole world would be ending.
Even the lawsuit, it wasn't like it was like a group of angry moms suing Burger King.
It was literally a Slipknot.
Yeah, it was the demon itself.
So yeah. But some more tea on Burger King and specifically Cock Rock and their tour. The reason why they couldn't go on a wonderful world tour was because Mr. Foulmouth couldn't go to Canada because of a criminal record. No.
He couldn't leave Canada.
Leave. My B.
What did he do?
I could not find that.
And it really, like, it's the actor playing Foulmouth. It's not even, like, a joke about the character.
Hear me out. Right. And this is what kind of makes this whole thing a little bit more sketchy, because when I was trying to look up who these actors were that were in the commercial and in the band, I could not find actual names.
What the fuck?
It was literally just like foul mouth, free range. There were no actual like.
This is who played who.
Yeah.
It
was just like it was this like it. When you look this up and you look up like who the members were, who was a part of it, it was just. There's no like genuine legal names, and I don't know if it's me not looking up the right shit or chances are they were probably doing that on purpose because what's his face had a criminal record and Burger King just didn't want that attached to their stuff.
What did he do?
I want to know.
Why are they not doing background checks on people?
Girl, this is Burger King in the early 2000s. They don't care.
Clearly, cock rock, nice box.
Yeah, but once all of this came out, I mean, obviously, Burger King did this so they could bribe the youngsters to try their new. Leona, girl, I keep wanting to...
Stick chicken?
Chicken sticks.
Chicken?
Made a comment that these were called chicken sticks.
No, you put it here stick chicken.
It's stick chicken?
Somewhere in here you put stick chicken, and that made me laugh so much harder than it possibly could had.
Yep. So that the kiddos would be interested in their stick chicken.
Yeah, that makes me laugh so hard. Anyways.
They obviously did the rock metal band commercial for the youngsters. But what they didn't put in mind was that the youngsters were gonna put two and two together and go, hey, your band looks a little too familiar.
Like my favorite band ever in the whole world. Yeah. And who might that be?
Slipknot.
Dun dun.
So yeah, everyone was just like making a whole deal about this, that they sounded like Slipknot. It was strictly that they looked like Slipknot.
Right, because we came up to the consensus that they definitely do not sound like Slipknot.
Not at all.
It's definitely more reminiscent of, I would say, like a hair metal band from like the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Like way more than anything that the late 90s, early 2000s was doing.
Yeah. So, obviously, because, and this is me foreshadowing, because Slipknot did not want anything to do with Burger King, they said, fuck you, girl. Get your shit in check. We're taking your ass to court.
Burger King said that we have Slipknot at home.
Here's the I can't talk today, guys.
It's okay. We're only doing a podcast where we talk. She said, I can't talk. Bear with me. Silence for the rest of the episode.
Leona, take it over. This is the team. And this is why I said that this happened between 2004 and 2005. So in 2004, Burger King had reached out to a whole handful of bands because they wanted to do some sort of campaign, something to do with voting, to get young people to vote.
Get the people going.
Right. And of course, like, Slipknot was one of the bands that they had asked to be a part of this. And because Slipknot at the time was still writing an album and recording an album, they were like, no, Plus, we don't really want to be affiliated with you.
They said we're so much cooler than you.
Right. But respectfully, we're declining. But also not respectfully. And then a few months later, they come out with cock rock.
Yeah, I definitely think they said, like, fuck you. Eat a bag. We're going to do whatever we want to do. And you don't own being metal and wearing a mask.
For real. And Slipknot said, is this fucking play about us?
Oh, that was perfect.
So, obviously, Slipknot got pissy about the masks. Which, another thing that is sketchy with Burger King is I did not find any sort of campaign, commercial, nothing, no promotions that had to do anything with voting. Back in like 04 and 05. I found nothing. So unless it was like an idea that they had and that they went around and asked all these bands to be a part of and they couldn't get bands to be a part of, so then they said, let's just ditch this idea. I have a hard time believing.
I just wonder, like, was it because they were trying to sway people towards a certain vote, or was it just to get out there and vote in general? Because, like, I mean, that would have been the election where they were re-electing Bush, so it could be that all these people were just like, nah, fuck this, like, we're not getting ourselves involved with whatever this just was.
It's possible.
Could
I don't
be.
know. I was too young to understand politics. We both were.
So, yeah. After, it was kind of weird because after, like, fans started pointing out the comparison between cock rock and Slipknot, and this is what throws me. Corey Taylor and Co. is actually who filed the lawsuit against Burger King. And I didn't realize that Slipknot was owned by, like, Corey Taylor's company.
I didn't realize that either until this.
I was under the impression that Slipknot hired Corey Taylor. Or, like, he was a later member.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, like, a massive Slipknot fan, so I'm not, like, super
Same. Not into
in
that
their lore.
Right. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Corey Taylor and Co., they sued. It wasn't just Burger King. It was like Burger King's management or something.
Oh, their ad agency as well.
Yeah, it wasn't just like strictly just Burger King.
Yeah. So, there's like a whole copy of the lawsuit letter. A blog named The Smoking Gun released it. I think they released it like way back. Like, it's kind of like an old school blog.
Yeah.
So there's a copy of the lawsuit letter on there, but we have like just like a little chunk of it. And this is like Corey Taylor and Co.'s letter to Burger King and then their ad agency. So they said, it is obvious that the television advertising and website are designed to conjure up the image and persona of a live performance of Slipknot. In addition to capturing the flavor and high energy intensity of a Slipknot performance, the members of Cock Rock wear masks that include a gas mask as worn by Sid Wilson, a kabuki-style mask as worn by Joey Jordison, and a mask with dreads as worn by Corey Taylor. So not only were they so bold as to just say, like, hey, we're suing you for likeness, but also, like, we're name dropping.
Yeah. They, like, literally went into specifics. It wasn't just, like, we think that this is what you're doing. Like, you're like, no, that bitch looks like me.
They said, here's the tee.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite outfit.
Yeah. Why the fuck are you wearing it?
They said one of us has to change, and it's not me. So Burger King basically flipped Slipknot the big middle finger and said, fuck you and the clique that you claim and your funky ass masks. We are cock rock. We're not Slipknot. And then, so they filed a counter lawsuit asking for a declaratory, I finally said that right, declaratory judgment, while saying Slipknot themselves were a parody of some other masked bands of that time. Burger King even listed bands like Kiss Squar, Mushroom Head, Mudvayne, like all those bands that did like the face paint or the masks or whatever their style was. They were like, you're literally not the only ones.
Yeah.
Bitch. Was what they said.
And they even went into specific as well.
Yeah, they said, we can name drop too, Queen.
We can play your game a little bit better.
So fucking sit down. And then Burger King took their metaphorical tote bag and just fucking whipped Corey Taylor and co. right across the face with it.
They literally pulled a whole Kim K.
Yeah.
They said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That was actually what I had playing in my head when I said that. Same. We share one brain cell. So after like a while of just back and forth where they were both like, no, it's like the Spider-Man meme where it's just Spider-Man at each other like, no, fuck you. You don't know what we mean. No, you're impersonating us. No, we're not. They both realized that like this was stupid and they weren't going to go anywhere, and they dropped their suits, and then the ad campaign ran its course.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit upset that there was no like press release on the disbandment or the hiatus of cock rock.
Oh yeah, no. They just ran off the face of the earth.
Not even like a notes app screenshot.
Mm-mm.
No explanation at all.
They just said, watch this magic trick. Peace out.
They said cock-a-doodle-doo. It's time to fly the nest. During the course of research for this episode, I think that cock rock has very quickly and very easily became my new favorite band. And I mourn the loss, and I mourn the fact that I will never be able to see them live. Just about every day.
I think that cock rock needs to make a comeback. It is 2024, babe. We are almost to 2025.
Don't say that out loud.
Sorry. But I think cock rock needs to make that comeback. And Slipknot needs to keep the goddamn mouth shut.
It's not always about you. And so not that this is a debate or an episode on Slipknot specifically, but I feel like I have heard on more than one occasion that Corey Taylor can be like a little bitch about stuff. When I'm thinking about this, the way that I think about it is like, let's pretend we're in middle school, and I know that you were homeschooled, but let's just play pretend. I knew this was going to be a topic in every episode at some point.
And you have a middle school boyfriend, right?
Right.
I come up to you and I'm like, your boyfriend said this. And at first you're like, no, he didn't. And then you sit there and you think about it. And you said, that might be something that he said. So then you start an argument with him. And you sit there and you bicker and you bicker and you bicker. And then you're like, whatever, we're done. That's what I think of this. Like, at first, Slipknot was like, cool, cock rock's a thing. BK and their stick chickens, once all the fans were like, "Hey, yo, you look like Slipknot," and then Slipknot was like,
No, we're so much cooler than that. I don't even fucking like Burger King.
"We don't even know who they are."
He said, no, not the chicken nuggets.
I think once it became a thing of the fans putting the two together, that's when Slipknot was like, I don't like what you're doing. You're making the fans think of us by doing this.
Just so silly and stupid. And I'm trying to think of how big your ego has to be for you. And before you even click on this episode, read the title, go to YouTube it, and then come watch, because like I don't understand how you could watch this and be like, that's for sure Slipknot.
Yeah.
Because it's not, like, at all. And I am so confused as to why they saw masks and they were like, ha, that's us.
Fraud. You are taking my identity.
Theft. Identity theft.
It was very much so a petty lawsuit.
Yeah. So, like, in conclusion, not very metal of you, Slipknot.
Not very demure. I had to.
Do you see the way that we sued Burger King after they decided that they want to start a band? Not very mindful. Not very metal of us. So, those are all the thoughts that I have on this. I think this is easily the funniest fucking thing that I've ever heard of in my entire existence.
100%. And this will forever, probably at least for a while, I know I just said forever, but probably for a good while, is going to live rent-free in my head. Mm-hmm. Even when I sit here and I pick random stupid pity fights with people about the most dumbest thing in the world, the one thing in my head I'm going to think of is that Slipknot wasted so much money just suing Burger King for nothing. They got nothing out of it.
Something that I say often is like, if you go low, I'll go to hell. And I think I'm going to change that. Like, if you go low, I'll go Burger King. And people are going to be like, what? I'm going to be like, you don't even fucking know that level of low exists.
Exactly. And then that's when you go, listen to episode 9?
9, yeah.
9 of Your Metal Aunties, and then you'll understand.
And then I'm going to sing them Nice Box. And I'm going to flip them off and walk away.
Yeah.
And we're for sure making cock rock merch.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
100%. And I think I'm going to start a GoFundMe to get Burger King to have cock rock make a comeback.
Yeah, I think it's time. We've been through enough sad shit as a nation.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
I think it's been more than enough time. Slipknot, they should be over it at this point. They should be over it.
It's like a bad breakup. You want to see him move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Except cock rock is just going to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Bigger and better.
Their glow up.
We love that for her.
Alrighty, friends. This was so super fun. We've been sitting on this episode idea for a very long time now, so I'm really glad that we got to get it out and record it.
Yeah.
And we just hope that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know your thoughts, comments. Would you like cock rock to make a comeback?
What's your favorite cock rock song?
Please let us know in the comments.
Love ya.
Love you all.
Bye.
Mwah.